Bye bye. Rồi.
Hả?
Cho bác.
Tập bác lôi mau đây, tập tinh chế cho mai ban phi phò.
Nhâm đưa training xem.
Ok.
Đây cho group ấy, đây cho group ấy. Xếp vào group cho group ấy, xếp vào group cho group ấy. Hello. Crew đang pรับđang tra nói sẽ đây. Chịu xua. Mike táo sẽ. Chẳng chẳng tiết crew tha mình nước mấy ban tranh như chẳng mày tao long một phần luôn qua lấy và bọn em tha có tranh cái crew ok allow say được đang ăn cái bang về na cho group dân hải á thì muối khang cái nó khang chromia khang chrome salamia cái đang vào đào hay cái màu thử xì clear say allow group your say ta chrome salamia nó chromia smart cái lực lấy gì cái khơi để na đang buồn dân á cái đang ta bắt ba này bộ đi khăn anh tao thật chặt cái cự chân này mà chromia ao bộ khang dương trang dương bộ quý gì chromia cứ để nát á chromia sai đây mới là con bà sải chrome salamia nữa nè mai dân hao thà tê và tọt chẳng ấy tê và tọt chromia sao để kháng nó sợ okแล้วครูจังสเปียซีไลแล้วนะยังไม่เจ้าเสร์น้ำเกโจจังใส่มาปรับไอ้แต่โจเราเห็นใจเงี้ยนะจังบอกข้างยังเอาโจไรจังอะเอาซาสุดไงนี่วันใดlàวันใดlà saoวันใดlà hiệnใจเงี้ยเสียอะไรนี่ใส่ได้ครูได้ปรับหน่อยรูปแบบเอามาสะบ้าน30 ថ្ងៃ31 ថ្ងៃដោយបីដាក៏ថាតែចេញភ្លាមមកពូធ្វើស៊ីភ្លាមដល់ខាងណាខាងយើងថាធ្វើស៊ីទេយើងយកឲ្យអាកាសប៉ុន្តែខាងនោះអត់ឲ្យអាកាសទេក្រមវាយើងក៏ដឹងយើងមានស្អីវាដឹងតែយើងមានក្បួនហើយស្មារតីវាទុកយើងតែគិតមើលទៅតែវាលេខឈ្មោះអាអ្នកថ្មីទេអត់ទាន់ដល់ខ្លាំងចឹងហើយក៏ធ្វើចឹងប្រហើដាក់យើងហើយតែប្រហើដាក់យើងណាក្បួនអីទាំងអស់ហ៎គួរអត់ព្រោះអាការពារទេចឹងប្រហើយផ្សេងដឹងតែបាទខ្ញុំខលសួរថាមិនបានអត់ចូលគេថាវាអត់មានលុយចូលតែមានលុយអត់មានលុយបញ្ចូលកាត់ទូរស័ព្ទប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំសួរថាថាជាហើយព្រឹកនេះវាមកធ្វើការចាំមើលជួបខ្ញុំព្រឹកនេះខ្ញុំសួរវិញចឹងតាមកាពេកទូរស័ព្ទទៅប្រចាំគ្រូព្រោះវាប្រាប់ខ្ញុំថ្ងៃមុនថា
វាអត់លួយចង់យកទូរស័ព្ទតែប្រចាំវាពាក្យខ្ញុំច្រើន
smart តណាសាគ្រូគ្រូបញ្យល់ស្អីទៀតស្អីមើលឈ្មោះនៅក្នុងគ្រូមិនស្អីយកកន្លែងពួកយើងមកលេងសើចតែចូលគឺស៊ីសាសនាណាសាសនាជាតិអត់មានចូលចេញចូលដោយកន្លែងលេងសើចទេនេះកន្លែងបារមីណាចូលនេះឯងត្រូវតែជួយពួកយើងហើយនេះឯងកើតជាកម្លាំងពួកយើងហើយអញ្ចឹងណាតែឃើញស្អីទៅមើលកន្លែងឈ្មោះអត់ឃើញឈ្មោះទេ
ចាំមើលខ្ញុំព្រឹកនេះខ្ញុំជួបវា
ស្អីនិយាយគ្នាច្បាស់ណាតើអ្នកចូលមិនចូលស្អីកុំធ្វើគ្រូខឹងណាសិស្សបលិនស្អីយល់ថាម៉េចយើងមិនកន្លែងលេងនិយាយមកសិស្សនិយាយមកពួកយើងមិនទីណាលេងសើចទេគ្រូគឺការពិតបាទហ្នឹងតែចូលសាសនាយើងអត់មានលេងសើចទេណាចង់គ្រូនិយាយហ៎មានទុកមករស់សច្ចាំងសាតែមានសុខទៅរកពុតហើយគ្រូថាម៉េចតាហ៊ានធ្វើអញ្ចឹងមានរឿងអីកើតឡើងចាំពាក្យគ្រូអត់
ចាំ
ហើយគ្រូនឹងធ្វើម៉េចនឹងពួកក្រុមវាគ្រូនឹងទុកឲ្យពួកក្រុមវាធ្វើស៊ីហើយគេនឹងស្លាប់ណាហើយគ្រូមកចាំធ្វើអីផង so បន្តមកបើមានខាងយើងស្លាប់ក៏ខាងគេស្លាប់ដែរយល់ទេអាពាក្យហ្នឹងឯងហើយស្អីលឺមកលឺគ្រូយេរម៉ានសាយខ្មែរយើងគឺយ៉ាងម៉េចបាទនិយាយមកពេលបានទុកទៅរស់សច្ចាំងពេលបានសុខទៅរកពុទ្ធអាកន្លែងហ្នឹងឯងបានសច្ចាំងយើងចាប់ដើមខឹងនឹងបិទទ្វីកកន្លែងហ្នឹងណា
ចាពេលមានទុកពេលមានភ័យពេលអាសន្នទៅរកចាំងដល់ពេលបានសុខទៅរកពុទ្ធខ្វះគឺដែរប៉ុណ្ណឹង
ហ្នឹងឯងសាប្រាប់គាត់បើចង់ឲ្យពួកយើងស្លាប់ចូលលឿនស្មើឲ្យចេញស្មើ free ហ៎ចាប់អញ្ចឹងហើយពួកយើងនឹងស្លាប់ពេលហ្នឹងឲ្យសាបឲ្យពួកក្រុមមាធ្វើស៊ីខ្ញុំតាក់ទួងក្រុមមាសិនក្រុមមាគេហៅខ្ញុំលើកម្ចាស់យើងជាស្ដេចពួកឯងបើអ្នកណាហ៊ានចេញព្រួយស្លាប់ចោលអត់ប្រណីល្អគេថាបាទលោកម្ចាស់ហ្នឹងហើយយើងគឺ3សាច់ស្នែង7ណាអត់មានស្នែង6និងស្នែង7ហើយសិស្សដឹងពី7ទៅ9បើខ្វះអាវុធដោះ3ទៀតឲ្យដឹងស្អីដែលឃើញ3សាច់ស្នែង7ទេសិស្សគ្រូក៏មិនដែលឃើញដែរ
តែលឺគេបានមើលដល់ពេល3សាច់ស្នែង7ដែរ
បានយើងស្អែកទៅតែលឺវាគេថាបាន8គ្រូអត់បាយគ្រូគេស្នែងឥឡូវដាស់ពី7ទៅ9
ពេលក្បាល7ពេលក្បាល9ដល់ស្នែង7ស្នែង9ដល់ដែរលឺ
តែនេះបានលឺឥឡូវលឺហើយដល់ស្អីលឺតាយីស្ដេច3សាច់ស្នែង7ស្នែង9ស្នែងខ្លាចហេម៉េចប្រាប់ឯងប្រាប់ប្រាប់មនុស្សហ្នឹងណាចាតែចូលអត់ចេញគឺយើងស្លាប់ហើយប្រាប់ថាអញ្ចឹងដាំអញ្ចឹងមិនចំងាយញ៉ៃទេស្មើតែយើងចូលឲ្យចូលស្អីដល់ច្បាប់4នេះហ៎គេមិនលេងខ្សែជាមួយយើងទេបានទុកទៅរស់សច្ចាំងបានសុខទៅរស់ពុទ្ធទេប្រាប់ក្រុមមាទៀតស្អីដឹងក្រុមមាគឺអ្នកណាទេក្រុមមាគឺសច្ចាំងណាគេប្រែជាក្រុមមាធ្វើស៊ីណាឬគេប្រែសច្ចាំងវិញអញ្ចឹងណាសច្ចាំងគឺពួកទេវតាប្រទេវតាគឺជាប្រទេវតាហ្នឹងហើយពេលយើងធ្វើខុសគេប្រែទេវតាពេលយើងធ្វើត្រឹមគេតែទេវតាយល់ទេកន្លែងហ្នឹងស្អីមិនដែរដឹងហ៎គឺជាតែមួយទេក្រុមតែមួយទេបែងភាគជា2
មានន័យថាចក្រវាលទាំងមូលលោកប្រែធ្វើអីក៏បានដែរ
nè
ទីទៅក៏បានដែរ
nè cái sa anh với chúng tôi mình xanh à hay nè còn ai mà chơi chẳng chúng tôi than với chạy đáy cứ sờ bay chết đi chứ mà cứ say chết cứ đây mà làm cho mày khơi chúng có nó cần lên chơi ngay vì cứ vậy với ở sam hat miền tục mà rồi dân hay dân pro tôi hay quên sóc tôi rồi một phút
បានក្រាន់តិចហើយបាក់ខ្លួន2ថ្ងៃទៅហើយ
hay say cầm say bây giờ tôi chẳng say tiền chẳng á say năm cây máu say từ tua khao trầu vô lấy prap cây máu bỏ trong rúa trâu wing bỏ trong slap á tụi ai mà pay buôn màu chẳng à hai đứa bạn cứu đâu thôi chẳng ấy bật lên này chỉ cứu đà hai đứa bạn sức cứu đà thôi cùng đu đơn chẳng xì lại có cứu đà kết mơ đó sao khan sẽ chạm cái đông ta dân cư
cũng ru chẳng ngày cõi thì trong chân nhanh chỗ tam với chất tự trụ
nè
ត្រូវមានភាពម៉ឺងម៉ាត់មកចប់បើយើងមានគំរូអញ្ចឹងក្រោយមកគេធ្វើតាមគំរូអាក្រក់ហ្នឹងទៀត
tam cũng ru kia đây
ខ្ញុំឃើញវាឈឺខ្លាំងតែខ្ញុំនឹងវាមកព្យាបាលហើយប្រាប់ពេលប្រាប់អ្នកជំងឺនឹងមកចប់ច្បាស់លាស់ទេអារឿងចេញទៅចូលហ្នឹង
ถ้าចូលខាងយើងហើយប្រាប់ថាម៉េចវារាប់គ្រូដឹងមើល
ខ្ញុំប្រាប់ថាបើចង់ឲ្យគិតជាបាលកុំទៅវឿនហើយចូលហាត់ឲ្យជឿ
ហើយបើសិនតែចេញមានរឿងអីកើតឡើងតែមកប្រាប់កន្លែងហ្នឹងហ៎
ប្រាប់តែសុខភាព
ប្រាប់ថាម៉េច
វាថាខ្ញុំប្រាប់ថាចេញតែចូលហើយចេញអត់បានទេយើងហាត់ឲ្យជឿព្រោះតែចេញគ្រូកាច់មិនថាចេះ nó nâng cái mà tiền là nhầm prap tờ prap tiền tờ prap dương dưới prap
យើងប្រាប់ឲ្យត្រង់ទៅខាងយើងនឹងសម្លាប់ពួកឯងមានន័យថាអញ្ចឹងវាពាក្យសម្លាប់ណា
ខ្ញុំនៅគេសុំចូលហាត់ច្រើនពេលកាលខ្ញុំប្រាប់គេអញ្ចឹងទៅគេអត់ហាត់ច្រើន
យើងមិនខ្វល់ទេយើងប្រាប់ការពាក់អញ្ចឹងណា
ចាវាដល់ពេលវាថាអត់ទេវា វត្តក៏វាឈប់ទៅតែបើប្រពន្ធវាទៅប្រពន្ធនៅវាថាចេះបើវាឈប់ទៅហើយឲ្យតែជីបានណា
ស្អែកដឹងឲ្យខ្លួនយើងវាជាមកតំណក់មកតំណក់ហើយអ្នកណាសិលនឹងវាមកពីណាគ្រូនឹងតែគ្រូបិទផ្លូវវាចប់មានសិលហើយធ្វើមិនក៏មិនចេញដែរហើយបតាមកពួកក្រុមវាមកបដៅអញ្ចឹង ក៏មានខ្ញុំទេវតាហ្នឹងក្រោយរហ្នឹងគេប្រែជាមីអញ្ចឹងណាពេលគេមកធ្វើស៊ីយើងគេប្រែជាមីពេលមកជួយគេប្រែជាទេវតាគឺមានតែមួយដែលចេះពាក្យមុខច្រើនណាសិ
បាទ
ពួកនេះឈឺសំមកចូលហាត់ខ្ញុំប្រាប់ថាខ្ញុំប្រាប់ត្រង់ឯង
កុំនិយាយពាក្យកាច់ទៅនិយាយពាក្យស្លាប់គាត់នឹងស្លាប់អញ្ចឹងក៏លេងសើចកុំឲ្យតាមានទុកមករស់សេចាំងមានសក់ទៅរស់ប្រពុតពួកនឹងធ្វើស៊ីហើយគេនឹងស្លាប់យើងហើយអញ្ចឹងណានិយាយគ្នាចំអញ្ចឹងទៅវាស្រួលប៉ុន្តែពេលវេលានេះគេនឹងឲ្យ31ថ្ងៃប៉ុន្តែស្អីដឹងក្បួននឹងទេឋានសួគ៌គេប្រជុំគ្នាគេមានហេតុណាស្មានថាក្នុងគ្រាស្អីទេអូបើគេឲ្យយើង31ថ្ងៃមកសាកបើយើងពេញចិត្តគេឲ្យយើងចេញស្អីឯងចេញគេស្លាប់ស្អីឡើយ có lấy đang ăn cái bằng kỹ đây cái bé cái trong cục đấy cái ao dương mà hát sao sợ mùi ngày về đấy cái ba đầu ao dương xạ đó ta ô ok khi ông ban chi hai khi ông sao sợ mùi ngày hai khi ông xong ly hai nên bộ dương tha hành chính mày sẽ lạp anh chào lại
trong tập bắt cái xạ chặt dương tại dương smart mình smart
ដើម្បីគេចេះសម្លាប់យើងក៏យើងដឹងអត់កបាំងគេហើយស្មាគេលើកលែងយើងហ៎
មកយើងនៅហើយបើយើងមិនស្មោះយើងទៅហើយ
បើយើងមិនស្មោះយើងនឹងបាត់បង់ជីវិតហើយមានន័យថាអញ្ចឹងបើយើងស្មោះយើងនៅទៅយើងនឹងមានជីវិតរស់ស្អីគិតមើលនេះជាតាហ៊ានទេនេះជាក្បួនតាហ៊ាននៅច្បាប់តាហ៊ានបើយើងយល់អ្នកណានាំឲ្យគេដឹងរឿងអត់កបាំងរឿងផ្លូវក្នុងរបស់យើងតែយើងឲ្យវាចេញពីពទាយើងទេ ก็ไปรัวเจ๊งเรื่องไอ้นักการล่างซาทางออกนี้สลับเบี้ยเจ้าเป็นแบดหมดทำเอาใบกาจังไงนั่งไงเขาเอาไว้คือสะสัตว์คือจังสิใช้เมื่อละปังปีกรุบจะนอนเอาไว้คือสะสัตว์คือเตาทนจังใส่จากคูนี่เล็งใส่หรือเล็งไม่เบนเต้หรือเล็งใส่ขบวนในครูเอาใส่ไปทานเตวดาทานแบบทานสัจจังอย่างนี้จะมาเกี่ยวกับเวทเมนเต้นบอกเก็บเชียร์บาใส่เมนเต้ก็ต้องโยกับเวทเมนเต้น่ะครูยังเข้าไหมจะบอกยังชื่อเมนเต้ยังต้องเธอไว้เมนเต้ต้องรู้ครูเมนเต้มันครูเล็งได้อยู่เลยวันได้ครูว่าครูเมนเต้ก็โยกับเวทยังเมนเต้ก็พอกับเวทยังเมนเต้ก็ได้เล็งนะอันนี้ฟรีเต้เราโลกในยูส์ใส่มาอันนี้คือฟรีใส่เกิดเบอร์ฟรีหรือมันฟรีเราใส่ไปวิจารณ์นาชบ้างเลย
ฟรีเต้สับกรูยังย่อชีวิตมาประโดได้แบบ
นั่นเฮ้ในบ้านยูแต่ยันคือจังโยชีวิตมาโดดทำไมเชียดนะสะ
แบบ
ได้เฮเลนจังนี่จ้าเฮเลนนั่นคือว่าครูไปใส่ว่าครูเห็นจังสลับแบบนี้เป็นไงก็คล้ายแต่
มันดังใจจะน้าพวกครูดังใจจะน้าไหมเป็นใครใจจะน้าด้วย
ให้ครูเคยกับเมื่อคุณจ้างับนะงับไปดิใครก็เยอะได้ก็ถามโอ้ซูเปอร์ครูเมนสกูได้ซูเปอร์ครูก็มันเล็กถ้าอัดเมียนฟรีได้ยังไงยังโจมาด้วยนึกไม่จังเอาชมเชื่อศาสนาประพุทธจึงเกี่ยวกับการสร้างสมุนไพรใครนั่นเกี่ยวกับเกี่ยวกับนะมาโจให้ในบ้านพอไปยังไปได้เกี่ยวกับไหนโรเก็ตมาได้ไหนเก็ตกิสลับเจ้าอย่างนั้นสร้างสมุนไพรให้คนไหนดังเรื่องอัดกับบางยังให้นั่นคือเชียงกุ๊กเตสสื่อจ้างยังเรื่องกุ๊กเอ็ดนะสะอัดดังครูใส่จามเปียกครูนกครองครบมาบอกจากว่ามีไอ้ฟรีได้เจ้าโดยซาซิลาเองบางสิลาเองนะเชื่อใส่ปิจารณาเหมือนตั้งไปเรียนบ้างมามันสัจจางมาฟรีได้บ้านในวิชายังฟรีได้ตอนมีเรียกบ้างได้
จ้า
ประเดี๋ยวจะมวยกอดเต้าครูต้องเอาไปบุญเมา
เราไม่เคยไปต่อมันผมปากเมาเคยครูทำรีโมทจังตรมมาได้นี่จ้ะแต่ขึ้นโจรไม่แบ่งมาเป็น
เรื่องนี้ไม่ไงเรื่องนี้ไม่hiểu
ต้องแต่โจหักนี่ปิดบ้านแล้วนี่ยังปากเธอเคยเรียนมาเป็นแต่ก่อนรีโมทจังครูก่อนลิเซนกรุ๊ปตั้งประกอบยังเคยก่อนลิเซนตั้งประกอบ
งั้นใช่ไงปราบก็ได้ยกบาก็มาโจบอจังรัวบอจังมันรัวยังนั่งสลับกับครัวซามาปูบังคับกรมมีบอนึงนั่งมันโจสลับต่างหากเราสลับเต้ตัวไปเชียร์ยังไปถาบาดลงมาจ้ายังไงโอเคดังเนี่ยน่ากรุบกรุงกรมมีซุปเปอร์ครูนี่น่ากรุบกรุงกรมนี่ซุปเปอร์ครูน่ากรุบกรุงกรมเตวดาซุปเปอร์ครูจังไงสิเจอมาครูจะสไลด์ต่างอ่ะตัวแซ่ๆต่างอ่ะเราจัดใส่ว่าอย่าถ่ายครูชับละคำเอาเนี่ยครูกัดลือยัดกัดดื้อกำติครูเจ้าเลยเลยแค่เล่นเลยสุดเนี่ยบอสิไลเราเนี่ยครูกับตามเจอ
เต้ก็รีมูลให้มาส่งไล่ไอ้ไกลเล่นจะเป็นจำเป็นรีมูลใจนะใครจะคอเตอร์จะนอนเลยนะตาตัวสับมันมันเอาแปะต้องเตะมันได้ វាlại vô tu sa tập trăm pro về ọt lùi mà về ọt tầm men tên này pro thêm từ ca hơi về ọt ban phơi ca tiền ấy thì về on ca tiền
តែសារវាអត់សុខភាព
tới về chụp về chui về tràn để chạy lùi của con ông tạm tràn
អើយ ជួយអីជួយទៅអានោះមិនតាក់ទងជាមួយហាត់វិជាសិនបីព្យាបាលណាសើនេះគឺខាងផ្លូវសចាំងផ្លូវក្នុងអត់មានតាក់ទងជាមួយផ្នែកយើងអីផ្សេងទេផ្នែកនេះគឺផ្នែកឋានសួគ៌ហ្មងអញ្ចឹងណាយើងក៏មានច្បាប់យើងដែរ
tôi bớt sinh nhật con ọt nguyên lôi từng cái chỗ dựng ca tổ sát phóng hay nhiều từng tôi còn mấy là bộ phận ọt lôi cho phóng tinh ca vào bên họ cho lôi cho tôi sát năm bát thứ
cái ọt men tên này nó lăng tươn
nên mình lôi nước mình cho ca nói stop cái điện mùi
hay yeah ហើយបើសិនតានេះនៅក្នុង group ហើយមកចាំលះចេញអីអញ្ចឹងណាដើម្បីហើយ win YouTube
នេះសតនេះក៏អញ្ចឹងអាកាត់ទឹកវាអត់ចេញហើយនេះចេញក៏អញ្ចឹង
ស្អែកនិយាយចឹងនិយាយទៅបើឋានសានសួគ៌គេមិនគិតអញ្ចឹងទេច្បាប់យើងមិនម៉ាត់ណាសើចូលអត់មានចេញទេអញ្ចឹងណាស្អែកដឹងតែមានរឿងអីកើតហើយយើងជាមនុស្សយើងគិតចេះគិតចោះបើឋានសួគ៌មិនល្ងងទេគេឃើញអ្វីទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងណា
ព្រឹកនេះវាថាវាមកធ្វើការចាំខ្ញុំជួបវា ខ្ញុំចាច់ទៅអត់លុយតែពួកច្បាប់មើល
ហ្នឹង
ចាច់ទៅខ្ញុំចាច់ទៅថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំសួរវាថាមកធ្វើការអត់ឃើញលើទូរស័ព្ទចាច់ដល់3 4ដងចាំមើលពីម្សិលមិញវាថាវាមកតាមស្អែកវាមកវាត្រូវមកព្រឹកនេះឯងមកធ្វើការព្រឹកនេះឯងតែមកដល់គ្រប់ឈ្មោះគេគ្រប់តែចាំទៅណាពួកបាក់ហ្នឹង
ចឹងហើយបានគឺឲ្យអាការ24ម៉ោងមុនឲ្យក្រុមមានមកធ្វើស៊ីអញ្ចឹងណា24ម៉ោងដើម្បីឆ្លាវជ្រាវ
គឺគាត់ទៅប្រចាំពេលអត់លុយវាយកទូរស័ព្ទទៅប្រចាំវាត្រូវការបងអង្គការក៏ដែរវាមកគេខ្ញុំមួយថ្ងៃនោះវាមកខ្ចីលុយខ្ញុំតែខ្ញុំថាខ្ញុំអត់មានទេទៅគេអុយបងមានលុយឲ្យវាខ្ញុំច្រើនដែរ
បើគ្នាអត់ដូចថាស្អែកឲ្យទៅជាសួរសាមូនីអញ្ចឹងបានដូចថាអញ្ចឹងបានសួរអញ្ចឹងបានសួរប្រគ្រូថាស្អែកប្រមូលអាពួកហ្នឹងណាស្អែកកំតាន់យកចូល group ស្អែកបរិយានៅផ្ទះស្អែកអញ្ចឹងណាបើអាអ្នកស្មោះអ្នកការពេទ្យឲ្យមានក្រានបាចាំយកចូល group យើងនឹងមក group ធំហ្នឹងហើយមកជួបរៀមច្បងផ្សេងគ្រូដូចឋានសួគ៌ចឹងយល់ទេមុនឲ្យយកវាមកឋាន group ឋានសួគ៌យើងឲ្យវាឆ្លងកាត់អាចុកបាយជុកទឹកណាសើអាចចាក់ថ្នាំសិនអាប៉ុណ្្នឹងសិនយល់ទេអាចុកទឹកកើតជាស្រាលថ្នាំសិន
សុខគ្រូថ្ងៃណាខ្ញុំថាឲ្យវាហាត់សិនទៅដល់ពេលនេះទៀតវាឆ្ងាយពីទៀតខ្ញុំឆ្ងាយទៀតវានៅគ្រូមក
គ្រូប្រាប់ស្អែកគឺប្រាប់ស្អែកមើលមនុស្សផង
គេឲ្យគាត់ចូលមកវិញមកឲ្យគាត់ចូលមកវិញហើយពេលដែលគាត់ចូលមកសុំគ្រូបាញ់គាត់មួយថាចេះទៅបីសិនដល់ណាក៏វាធ្វើអីបានដែរអញ្ចឹងណាកុំចេះតែចូលឲ្យចេញមកទីនេះគឺមិនមែនមកអាក្រក់ទេមកនេះមកដើម្បីសុខភាពមកដើម្បីការពារជាសាសនារបស់យើងជាសាសនារបស់ខ្មែរយើងហើយយើងមកទីនេះមិនមែនមកបងលុយទេគឺមកបានចំណេញវិជ្ជាហើយបានសុខភាពហើយអត់មានអត់លុយទៀតហើយហេតុអីមិនបានយើងជាគិតបែបបើសិនជាក្នុងករណីគាត់និយាយថាយកទូរស័ព្ទទៅលក់ទៅប្រចាំហើយកន្លែងហ្នឹងហេតុផលខ្ញុំមិនអាចទទួលយកបានដែរបើសិនជាប្រចាំកុំលីគ្រប់វាអត់ដោយសារតែគាត់ពេលខ្លះគាត់ហាត់គាត់តាមអត់ទាន់បងប្អូនក្នុងក្រុមហ្នឹងហើយដូចខ្ញុំបាននិយាយមុនហ្នឹងថានឹងកូពីឬក៏គាត់សេអសពី អ្នកគ្រូសុភ័ក្រថាបងចូលហ្នឹងឲ្យគាត់គុំពីយកទៅរៀនអានទៅរៀនអានរៀនសូត្រតាមគេទៅយូរតាមគាត់ហើយគាត់តាមអត់ទាន់កន្លែងហ្នឹងគាត់ក៏មានអារម្មណ៍ថាគាត់ខំទៅគាត់ចេញទៅកន្លែងហ្នឹងខ្ញុំគ្រូ
យ៉ាចាំគ្រូជើបងគ្រូបាញ់គាត់ពី3គ្រាប់ឲ្យគាត់ឆ្លងកាត់ហើយស្អីក៏បាញ់បានដែរគឺភ្លើង
គាត់មួយហើយឲ្យគាត់មើលថាចេះអត់គាត់ធ្វើអាហ្នឹងឬក៏តែមិនមែននិយាយ
ហើយប្រាប់គេណាយើងអត់មានសិលធម៌ទេខាងយើងអត់មានអត់មានអីសោះអត់មានវិជាវធម៌សិលធម៌ទេយ៉ាងណាគឺយើងគឺច្បាប់មកតាមកាពេតក្រុមយើងមានមេត្តាច្រើនចឹងណាប៉ុន្តែអាហ្នឹងយើងដូចថាយើងទុកតែគ្នាយើងបានហើយ
ខ្ញុំពេលគាត់ចូលមកខ្ញុំមើលទៅគាត់ស្លូបូទេប៉ុន្តែអ្វីដែលជាបញ្ហារបស់គាត់គឺគាត់តាមអត់ទាន់ពុកក្បាលគាត់ណាដល់ពេលគាត់រៀនតាមអត់ទាន់ដូចសិស្សចឹងរៀនអត់ចូលចឹងគាត់ចង់ចូលរៀនទេចឹងអ្វីដែលគាត់ចង់បានគឺការជឿទុកជាប្រព័ន្ធគាត់ចង់បានតែចូលទេគាត់យកឡើងគេថាទូរស័ព្ទប្រចាំចឹងទៅអានេះជាមូលហេតុមួយទេសូមគ្រូអ្នកនេះអាចបានមកតថ្ងៃទៅហើយគាត់មកវិញមកភាសានេះមកហើយចាំសួរគាត់ភាសាទៀតហើយថាចង់នៅឬក៏មិននៅចាំឲ្យសុខគ្រូនិយាយជាមួយសុខគ្រូហើយថានៅឬក៏មិននៅ
តែចូលអត់មានចេញទេក្រុមយើងអ៊ីវ៉ា31ថ្ងៃគេឲ្យយើងឱកាសដើម្បីឲ្យយកដើម្បីយើងយកឈាមមកសែនពួក BN ទៀតណាសិនៃឈាមយកជីវិតមកពួកនឹងទៀតណាបបោជាមានន័យថាយើងឲ្យ31ហ្នឹងណាដើម្បីលុកលុយទៅនឹងក្បួនបោកទាំងអស់ថាលើកបងបោកស្អែកឲ្យមកចូលដើម្បីគេធ្វើស៊ីស្អែកចេញគេស្លាប់ចោលហ្នឹងណាចាំពាក្យដូនតាថាម៉េចបើឃើញក្តាមជូតបានស្លាប់ទឹកមេឃឃើញឈាមបានវាជឿអញ្ចឹងណាកន្លែងហ្នឹង
ចាំព្រឹកនេះមកទៅហើយបើមកធ្វើការជួបខ្ញុំ
ហ្នឹង
រៀនទៅ
រូបរាងទៅខាងក្បួនរបស់យើងសាសនារបស់យើងអត់មានអីតឹងរ៉ាំទេគាត់ចង់ហូបស្រាបងទៅគាត់ចង់ធ្វើអីក៏គាត់ធ្វើទៅលើកលែងតែមួយទេគឺកុំចូលវត្តបាញ់គុំព្រះតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯង
ហ្នឹងហើយកុំសូត្រតាមលោកសង្ឃអញ្ចឹងណា
បាទក្បួនសង្ឃតែពីហ្នឹងចង់ធ្វើអីក៏ធ្វើទៅ
ហ្នឹង
អត់មានអីត្រូវតឹងរ៉ាំទេ
ធ្វើអីធ្វើទៅស្រឡាញ់ស្រីស្រឡាញ់ទៅគ្រូមិនខ្វល់ណាប៉ុន្តែគ្រូដឹងច្បាស់ទៅហាត់សចាំទៅសរសើរឯងសត្វភាកខ្លួនណាអត់ចង់ធ្វើបាបអ្នកណាទេអូតូមកដូចថាយើងឃើញចិត្តយើងនៅក្នុងចិត្តប្រព័ន្ធយើងចិត្តយើងក្នុងចិត្តកូនយើងឃើញចិត្តកូននៅក្នុងខ្លួនយើងឃើញចិត្តប្រព័ន្ធយើងក្នុងខ្លួនហើយតើយើងចង់ធ្វើបាបស្រីណាទេអញ្ចឹងណាយើងដឹងថាចិត្តកម្មម្លេះយើងណាដូចថាកម្មម្លេះណាវាលាយសាបសូមបដ
បាទកម្មវិលេស
បាទយ៉ាងបានគ្រូ
បញ្យល់គាត់ភាសាទៀតទៅ
ញ៉ាបញ្យល់ទៀតនោះសិស្សចិនឡាយប្រាប់គាត់ផងបត់មកគេគ្រូនឹងស្លាប់តែអញ្ចឹង
គ្រូចាំបើវាឧទាហរណ៍ថាវាយកទៅទូរស័ព្ទទៅប្រចាំមែនចុះគ្នាបានអុយចូល
សាគាត់ថាប៉ុណ្ណឹងគេអាចដាក់ចូលកាលថ្ងៃណាគាត់បានទូរស័ព្ទចាំចូលទៅសិខានគេមកចេញយល់ទេអញ្ចឹងប៉ុណ្ណឹងឲ្យ
ហ្នឹងហើយចេះអ្នកគ្រូបើសិនជាគាត់ថាចូលឬក៏មិនចូលពេលនោះយើងខលវីដេអូមួយគ្នាក្នុងក្រុមហ្នឹងឲ្យគាត់និយាយទៅគាត់ថាគាត់នឹងចូលវិញពេលបានទូរស័ព្ទអីចឹងណា
ហ្នឹង
ពេលណាចឹងសូមគ្រូទុកឱកាសគាត់ទៅយើងអេត
គ្រូទុកឲ្យ
ពេលដែលគាត់មានទូរស័ព្ទ
គឺឲ្យស៊ីឡៃនឹង24ម៉ោងមុនគ្រូធ្វើស៊ីគ្រូឲ្យទុកគ្រូផ្អាកក្រុមមីសិនទុក24ម៉ោងដើម្បីបងស៊ីឡៃនឹងគាត់ទៅស្រាវជ្រាវ
គាត់មិនទៅនឹងបរិយាទៅឲ្យគាត់ទៅរៀនសិនទៅនៅណាគ្នានៅមិនកើតប្រពន្ធកូនគ្នាប្រពន្ធស័យខ្ចីផងទើបកូនទើបបាន2ខែស្ដឹងប្រពន្ធ
សិក្ខាជាងគេយើងទៅទុកក្រុមមីឲ្យបានយើងសួរគាត់ថាម៉េចហើយបានចេញដឹងអីក្បួនយើងដែលអ្នកចេញគេត្រូវស្លាប់ណាឥឡូវយើងចូលមានចូលអត់មានចេញទេបើចេញខាងស៊ុបគ្រូគេត្រូវស្លាប់យើងហើយក្រុមរបស់គាត់ទៅហើយបើយើងនៅអូខេបើយើងបានចូលក៏ឲ្យទៅឲ្យតែបាននៅតែយើងជាការគេដឹងថាប្រាប់ស៊ុបគ្រូប្រាប់ថាអូខេជាការយើងមានពិបាកអញ្ចឹងណាអត់អីទេ ប៉ុន្តែគេមកឲ្យចេញទេតែចូលមកជីវិតអញ្ចឹងណាអាណាពួកដែលចូល31ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងក៏ដូចគ្នាវាចូលតែចេញគេស្លាប់ភ្លាម
ហ្នឹងហើយដូចសុខគ្រូគាត់និយាយចឹងថាសូមឲ្យគាត់ដកឃ្លាថាសូមអនុញ្ញាតសូមដកឃ្លាបញ្ជាក់ពុកបាញ់តាមទឹកតែចឹងគាត់ពី
នឹងយើងអាចសល់យើង search ច្បាស់ចឹងណា
ទៅស្ងាត់ដកខ្លួនទៅស្ងាត់ហ្នឹងអាហ្នឹងវាគ្នាអត់ទឿនយល់ណែ
អត់អីទេដល់សិនថាគាត់បាត់បង់ជីវិតរបស់គាត់កូនគាត់បាត់បង់ជីវិតបានគាត់យល់តាមឈឺបានខសក់ទឹកក្មេងចឹងណាក៏យើងលីជាមួយឋានសួគ៌ណាសិឋានពឹសពលគេជាទេវតាគេជាទេវតាដែរ
មួយសុខគ្រូទៅឲ្យសុំការអនុញ្ញាតមកឃ្លាចឹងទៅមករយៈចឹងទៅទេបើសិនសុខគ្រូព្រឹកនៃសុខគ្រូចូលក្រុមបើវាមកហាត់ខ្ញុំឲ្យនិយាយនឹងទូរស័ព្ទខ្ញុំ
សួស្ដីបានហ៊ាន
បើសិនគេមកធ្វើតាខ្ញុំឲ្យវានិយាយ
ហ្នឹងអត់នោះវាមកនិយាយជាមួយសុខគ្រូឬសិស្សស្អីនេះជាសិស្សគ្រូស្អីនេះបើគ្រូដែរស្អីគាត់យល់វាច្បាស់ទៅគឺស្អីនិយាយច្បាស់ហើយខ្ញុំប្រាប់គ្រូវិញគាត់អីដែរតែក្នុង24ម៉ោងគ្រូនឹងទប់ក្រុមមី
ខ្ញុំសិស្សគ្រូខ្ញុំមិនងាយយកណាចូលទេព្រោះខ្ញុំសួរច្បាស់លឿនខ្ញុំឃើញសិស្សដែលខ្ញុំនាំចូលគាត់ទៅនៅហាត់ទាំងអស់ព្រោះខ្ញុំសួរច្បាស់លឿនណាបានខ្ញុំឲ្យចូល
ប៉ុន្តែស្អីថាច្បាស់លាស់ប៉ុន្តែពួកគាត់មិនច្បាស់លាស់យើងមកសួរម្ដងទៀតមុនឲ្យយើងធ្វើស៊ីមុនឲ្យយើងសម្លាប់ពួកគេគ្រួសារគេគ្រូចង់ស្អីធ្វើសួរច្បាស់សិនហើយប្រាប់វាថាយើងអាចដោះយើងហៅអីយើងអាចផ្អាកសិនអញ្ចឹងណាផ្អាកឲ្យថា take a break ថាពាក្យអង់គ្លេសណាបានគេយល់សម្រាប់សិនដូចថាវាមានបញ្ហាអីចឹងណាមានអីក្រុមយើងគឺយល់ពួកយើងមិនថាអូនឯងចេះប៉ុន្តែបើចេញយើងទៅស្លាប់វាเป็นហ្នឹងឯងគេមិនលេងសាច់ទេចឹងណាស្អីដឹងហើយពួកក្រុមយើងគឺយើងធ្វើអីហើយមនុស្សនៅក្នុងក្រុមយើងប្រហែលនេះអីដែលស្លាប់ចឹងណាហើយដឹងអ្នកណាធ្វើស៊ីហីទាយមើល
សាច់ខ្លាំងសុខគ្រូ
នឹងនេះដែលស្លាប់ក៏ស៊ូពគ្រូនេះដែលក៏ស៊ូពគ្រូអញ្ចឹងណាជាងគ្រូជប់តែហើយគាត់អញជប់ក្រុមមីតែស្អីអញ្ចឹងណាក៏សិលចេញពីអ្នកណាស៊ូពគ្រូអ្នកណាជាបើកផ្លូវឲ្យស៊ូពគ្រូណាជាបិទផ្លូវឲ្យស៊ូពគ្រូទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងណាហើយគ្រូគាត់ណានិយាយចាស់ទៅដោយគ្រូថារកដល់គ្រូឲ្យពេទ្យការជាខ្លែងខ្លាយក៏បានខ្លែងខ្លាយការជាពេទ្យក៏បានខ្លាំងណាស់ខ្លាំងអីសោះ
ខ្លាំងតែគ្រូ
ស្អីដែលជួបមនុស្សដូចស៊ុបគ្រូហ៎គ្រូឲ្យអាចគោការជាពេទ្យក៏បានពេទ្យការជាអាចគោក៏បានដូចប្រាថ្នាអញ្ចឹងណានេះមិនធម្មតាទេស្អីតើដៅវិចកតរួអ្នកណាអាចខ្លែងខ្លាយការជាពេទ្យការជាខ្លែងខ្លាយស្អីតើតារួតែខែដីនេះអ្នកណាអាចធ្វើចឹងបានណា
មានហងសុខគ្រូ
គ្រូចង់ឲ្យសាសនាផ្សេងសាបវានឹងសាបគ្រូចង់ឲ្យសាសនាថ្មីមានស័ក្តិសិទ្ធិវានឹងស័ក្តិសិទ្ធិបើគ្រូមិនសុខបើព្រះគឺអ្នកណាទៅសោះឡៃមកចម្រាក់គ្រូមកគណិតចរិតចិត្តចរិតកាយគឺបើមិនគ្រូជាព្រះណាមិនគ្រូធ្វើចឹងបានស្អីពិចារណាចឹងណាដោយអាពួកនោះសួរថាអូនឯងជឿព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រូថាឯងជឿគ្រូដល់ធំនេះថាអញ្ចឹងហ៎អាពួកនោះសើចតែថាវាសើចទៅអស់ពាក្យនិយាយ
គេឡងប្រាប់ពេកឃើញអត់ឃើញពេកយ៉ាង
ឥឡូវយល់នោះសោះក្រុមមីហ្នឹងគឺអ្នកណាសោះគឺទេវតាហ្នឹងក្រុមមីពេលយើងធ្វើល្អ cái pra dương nó hao tê và đá bao dương chư men là có bấy men được ai cả lái sao cái nó cầm tay dương nên cái ca chỉ cầm miêu mà prick mày đợi mình được giờ nó ngay cứ chia cầm miêu cầm tay và đá này hay cầm nó cứ chia tầm mùi vậy tam cho bắp tì bảy luôn cứ nó cứ luôn cứ yeah cứ chưa sai anh cả đại dạ cứ tì mũi á cứ chưa đại dạ anh ba cho mũi con vấn đề muốn là cứ thơ sim lên nâng cứ cho sợ anh xu mà đong tiện chẳng á hay bạp kè trăng tao bảo chọn rô châu anh màu và mình chọn rô á mình khoa lại than xu cái mình khoa lại anh cro để cái chọn sạch đầy smart bên đó ngày chẳng hai cứ vật miên chọn mình cứ chỉ bạp than xu bảo cứ mình là nét đó cứ mình nói say đồ sơ kê mà đong tiện tệนี่คือสักเดือนเนี่ยบอกครูไม่ต้องบันเลนเคยเนี่ยบอกครูมันนั่นนะครูนั่งสงัดเลยครูถ้าเอาโอเคเอากรมมีเธอซีอ่ะจังอ่ะ
ลงรำปีเจเดี๋ยวชอบใหม่กัน
จังบ้านเคยเนี่ยครูยืดเต็มเต้าไว้เปย์เมียนตกมารัวสัจจังเปย์เมียนซอกต่อรัวปปดซ้ำได้สิซ้ำได้ทำไมยังซักทำไมยังเปิดการไปโดนตามาเจ้าบางครูปรับทางครูชอยเมียนจังไงครูหนึ่งโดนปรับทานสู้ทานกระดาษทางอ่ะบอเด็ดนะบอพูดสะเสร็จนะอาศัยชื่อตัวรัวกอดจ้ากอดเรียนเป็นสะเสร็จบ้างมารัวป่วยยังหนูจะมารัวป่วยยังสมาร์ทจะป่วยยังnâu cho mùi giờ ta tránh dân tao cầm tịch miền bên đó nâng cái bạc bộ giờ này nâng bọn biệt đôn ta tha cái hao tha ô cái lon tru ơi nhà anh đằng xa chẳng á và biệt mùi cái tha ô tu là cách nhà anh ok bạn lên về mà đo mày tới bên lên bye ta bị sai đi cho mỗi crew mà sai vô ra nào mày tao bằng sự kia báo vô ra đấy hai sai tao crew sbai nè sai dễ prap mình nước thay đó này ta hiện các bạn đó không nên mình lặt thằng chẳng á giờ ban pha bị cái giờ bắt cái này giờ đôi này anh đọc chay lôi một nước chẳng má đặt chay lôi một nước ní cái nước cái chắp đây anh thay chạy bọn này anh vô lôi ní nhá này anh chụp nước bọc cho mới cái chắp chân á alo cứ đó chụp ba đó tại vô lôi ní nhá này chụp bọc cho mới nên mấy sao đang ấy bọn tôi bọn thông cứ chăng là sao giờ cứ bọn tôi bọn thông này bong màu hà tôi màu hà thông tiện mẹ là ao xí free đây sao chám ạ bao giờ tao quát nôm ạ say on đang on man chẳng tịnh nát đạp $1 đồng pay $1
thầy ta làm cái quát nôm tiền
nên đang on okay thì ta know what nôm has the song of sai lời ấy sao
mình hai đêm phục tập luôn nhé
nước ra nước đôi ồn tròn trái ế lỗi đó tay mất hay $1 đây thì bà vật nôm là sẽ ở đây ra một hay $1 nữa lực đây là cái discount $10 mày tới chan trí cho nên thì là chuyện tệ thì đa vật nó vậy
mình hiện chủ tế sập cru lại màu chúng ngư trăm cái
ơi
tụi bay
lọ
xa chẳng đây có mắt
sẽ anh với chla bo mình chăng bo mình bây giờ tàu pa tê thì đa vật nó bây giờ tàu pư ở bên nằm xa để
vì bất đệ xa đây
sẽ đang ấy bo sẽ anh hạt bị chia sẻ lá tham một phố lá sẽ anh con kêu con bari nó sẽ ngày vấn đề bo sẽ anh châu trong châu bị chia sẻ cam mấy tháng á tôi đừng bari sẽ còn chưa bắt thuộc xã sệt máu cho lo đáy á cho nên từ ngon một con lâu hay lòng ta sẽ bài mấy chục thuộc xã sệt vào đây mình con lâu rồi một thuộc bài với trên một tranh khang hay đọc năm một click mấy tham một phố lần tranh hay sẽ anh con là coi đó mừng mặt đâu yếu tố vượt tham một phố lớn á chọn prư nữa á vượt sờ đam sẽ anh vào đảo sờ đam mòn trâu mòn hay sẽ anh chạp đam bánh thiện chiên câu nút chiên nó đôi bật nà chẳng á hai là cái thang cái dục buôn đi màu ấy tham một phố nó về cà phê cầm ao dương tìm đặt rượu smay chung mình khuyên vào ao nhà na châu rụp dần bàn giờ đấy nó ngay cái buồn được cam bị than này á cái đấy chơi mắm mình chọn về chọn cho mình Saddam bằng cai bằng chết chụp lực trong vào đảo chẳng á hai bên là trong lui châu sang lúc đấy châu bàn này khoa vuông để smay nó tranh bị tham một phố đơn ngủ để sẽ anh chụp màu vì mình châu bên rút sáng hay ở miền trâu ca và lấy trâu ca ấy đấy cứ dân con là tua chọ prư đó sao vô lấy lâu vậy
bạn vô tập hay tụi tao máu dân mang ma bà rong dân tới việc tranh đâu mà sập cru của mình
là nó cứ phao bay thiện tàu vào đảo vậy á vấn đề tao cái na các bạn này lâu này là lâu cứ hai chiếc tay mà thôi chỉ một cru ok ta kia thôi tạm cru ok chỉว่าเรายังเธอมาให้ดับเนี่ยตีอยู่บนโอเคเอาเวียช่องกัดแก้วเอาช่องกัดแก้วก้อนในทานจังนะแก้วก้อนในทานทำไมเขาจะโจกามในทานรู้เขาจะแก้วกามในทานโอเคเธอได้เจ๊ถ้าตามครูโซบาร์ไหมจุดประสบสะเซ็ตnó cho là đại kheo miền tây ngon là quan cái lầu miền tham một bộ khang khla hay plom cái plom mấy được miền này cái miền ấy tranh màu sa số một thợ ba là mấy tranh màu tranh khang làm chẳng á số một tranh ba là mấy rung chung bên khuôn khiom châu rút khiom ba là mấy rung chung bên khuôn khiom ok đem tạ máu dân ta tua vô cho sạch khơi nhé ta tua đâu hai dân ba mấy cả ban như tao cuộc bay chọc cất này rồi bay cất đấy còn bay chọc cất này đôi tham một bao nhiêu con nào dân con ta tua thì mẹ ram với con ta tua là ram on đấy á ta tua với tam đan với nó tam đan là ram nhớ nó không đây hay dân con là đôi tam đan với châu ba là mấy với châu bên khuôn hay về miền dân không có nét dân cất tha dân con là sát skill dân con ta tua đâu hay dân con là đôi tam đá đó nè phải nâng vô đấy sao tam đan tham một cô đó chỉ là đây bay đo cái này na chẳng á thì dân con là tam đan với tia tóc hay bên làm lực cảnh hay cuộc bay những snap liềm khi sẽ tham một cô châu đo cái này na hay còn tam đan về vô đấy sao lâu vậy tại dân tam đan đó được khăn mà tham vô được khăn mà hai bên sầm đam dân bắt đầu được cuộc ba giấc ấy ăn bánh tê nhưng tôi thay dân ngập còn ở châu rụp dân hay rụp chung bên khuôn dân đà tới cái thà chạy ở số một thợ ban mấy ở bên tranh mau tranh ở khang số một châu tham ở pol ở châu rục nhóm hay là pin rục ở rôm chung anh khuôn nhóm đài nâng hai bà tạm mà dân tha chẳng hái á dân chập đai tam đan tham ở pol vùng châu dân đang là bị châu tam mà riêng đai bạt đai châu là cổ đaiกับcuốn đai hay châu là smile châu là cua châu là chơi dân chẳng á hay dân biết được chập chập vư được tức ấy châu chẳng tham ở pol châu và đào thế nhưng còn tam đan bên đấy hay sao tập pe và liên mà pick make say say đội dân mi ram đội ngắt mỏng trong cuộc bài gì ngọt
mi ram được cu mi ram say chặt chặt được châu
nâng hay dân tam đan biết tiết không dân tam đan biệt miền sinh nhà cái này na bị tranh mau sinh nhà pin cỏ đai pin riêng đai pin bạt đai pin cỏ đai pin của thuốc đai việc tam đan nó cái này na tiết thìเคย ô được miền đó cái này coi ô đó ba lại ô việc đóเครื่อง không dân ngay ô việc đó chơi dân hai chẳng á ô được miềnจะให้chung quanh tuôn dân chẳng dân được đơn giờ dân miền tha chấm hai cái đao cho hai thì chuyện được trôi tận tam đan chẳng á sao như tôi làm những ngọc hay miền wisdom dân khang lang hay mấy cái chập đam khi là nghét hay rất khi mà lừ chẳng á đợi dân miền mấy pi mấy bay chẳng khi ấy sao đi chơi khang trên bộ sa sao ở cột đấy buồn đấy hay lừa đấy khơi ấy nè chơi ôi kẹo cam này than ôi miếng sọ bong ơi ôn chia ti nấy bong kẹo ơi kẹo com này than bong sống tăng sơ bong sống cho ran phiền sông kẹo ba mấy chỗ sạch thẹt rụt bong mò ôi bong khang hai ôi bong khang tiên mà chặt lại ơi đạp bấy bong miên đi say chỉ môi bia mà hậu chắc các bạn khi sai tam đan liền chẳng hết sao khi ấy tam đan sẽ nhà ram đấy á mấy tao sai từng lại miền ram snap miền ram dạng mấy miền ram nâng đô đấy gặp từ bảo về sai tam đan tham một pol sẽ nhà về này
ram snap nâng đô nó hay chuyện tam tam cái này thì có cáiเป็นខ្លួនchuyện tam đan tam nên đâu có phun chơi ngày thì chuyện đâu phun chơi ôi chọn tam cái nhá
nè khơi cáiนี่anh sẽ nàyนี่thật cao cam tham chẳng á cam tham anh ấyสมาธิเตะสักครั้งนี่ใช่เมื่อน่ะสมาธินึกบัวนี่ครั้งนี่ยังไงใครเนี่ยน่าลืมเชียงเนี่ยน่าเอาสัญญาเตะเนี่ยน่าได้ทำสมาธิปรับกรุให้เปรียบเทียบจะบัวนี่นั่งสมาธิมาครั้งนี่ยังไงซะเมื่อนาเต้เมื่อนาได้ทำสมาธิเต้แต่ทำกันศาสนาแบบปุ๊ดเนี่ยนาได้ทำสมาธิเต้อันนี้ตรงนั้น
โดดเจนโจ้ตัวครูทางคนที่เอาโดดดับทำเจนทำโจ้เติมเบิดเพื่อเรามีสนอ
ไทยกูนี่
เติมอะไรตึกจูนเนี่ยดับเติมอะไรสักงานเลยคนไทยกูนี่เอาหรอคนแต่จูนทศสัตว์ไอ้พี่น้องมาเอาจูนทศสัตว์ลงปดครูเยอะไทยนั่งโจ้กำลังลงครูเยอะ
ให้ยังตามดามกำลังสัญญาณหนึ่งกำลังเชียดทำของโปลกำลังทำของโปลหนึ่งยังก่อนตามด้านสัญญาวิโจรอนาจังไงหายไปใส่เคยบนเรือนะสิรำยังงัดเคลี่ยมนึ่งเคลี่ยมหายไปบนเรือนี่ยะใส่ไอ้จะช่องพกบานแล้วครูปรับโอเคปรับทางส้มบาร์ไม่จูนครวนปลือเขี้ยมจูนรูเขี้ยมจูนครวนปลือนั่นมันได้รับปลือเขี้ยมนะสิครวนปลือคือปลือยังไงอย่างนั้นให้นั่งครวนเขี้ยม tàu than pra en phải nâng á hay khơi nhé sắp và say mẹ ram đôi lang à yun à cho say à elevator chẳng phải how make elevator nè đôi nâng thế cho đai yun nâng thưa nâng việc khơi nào màu và elevator dừng cho cả lá cho miền buôn chỉ bà đấy lang cho nó nè
vô cái đặt chỉ đại vô sự cố anh được chỉ
đại vô nè khơi nhé sao bây giờ anh tham play đó sao ta say men là ram hay nó không cần say khơi và đào khơi nhé nhưng qua chia này nè hay ram nhé ngắt men tên khơi yên đừng nuôi sạch đai nhưng akara đôi bên ấy tục đai dương chẳng hay một chút nó là dương tam đan vi hay dương khơi nó điện hay dương mẹ ram đa đầu khơi nhé ní cái how to store gate chẳng hạn sao còn tai môn là dương store gate dương tam đan nhà bên khuôn thì dương nâng nuôi sen á dương ngoại mòn ở miền trâu cá sốt và lấy ở miền trâu cá start tầm hai khơi sạ sệt đấy sao hai cuộc bao giờ cất ấy đấy cứ nâng mòn hay vậy
một thâu sát thân này cho nó tay con nó cứ công phong tay vơ rinh màu tay quên đời làm của hai chị rồi được sò được trong đấy được sò được trong cái lòng tay nó được làm được chết hay bị chọc
nâng anh về tranh tham một bộ hay khơi đây những hoạt vào những can đâu những thơ chơi tốt nó lên chắc quyên nâng vào đảo chẳng hạn về đại phun về vào đảo lâu hết à đại khơi chẳng cái buồn hay hoạt đấy cái đôi này tục đại dần chẳng á hay những linh sự linh đợi mấy nào được tự hô không tuôn dân chẳng này trên cái tham bộ lần cho được tự hô chẳng này ok tha tam cư hey bạn này dương trong châu được trong mình bạn này sao con một thâu pha than lời mình và plum plum à ok nâng nâng ngay dân thơ cam bị than khơi cái cao cam bị than nâng dân thơ thla đôi cao chẳng thla lương hay nâng nuôi mình tên ở trâu ca sụt và lấy ở trâu ca slap tầm thơm như gọi là tam đan tham ở po lại đào màu khuôn dân đó hú tam đan nắc lăng nè lôi ấy sao hay dân phải chia màu vào đào bên đó hay kênh một dân ấy địch spurt địch đi địch để chia địch sra chẳng hay chơi ba super crew tha đó thế này qua crew slap chào chẳng á bên này sáng tôi thơ cai đôi crew mà sao sáng con thơ toàn mới chẳng á crew slime sáng nè tao ở kia bây giờ dùng nước mây mau á giờ đó sự phía bộ vệ sinh ở ba chẳng á hai crew cái bác nào ai mà nước Sasna châu sao sẽ mùi ngày ấy rồi đó crew mình ai được thay tàu liệp bằng một cột Sasna chả mấy lâu cái máy liệp bằng cái ai châu sao sẽ mùi ngày vấn đề là phố sao sẽ ngày prap cái tha bỏ tránh dân sẽ lạp chào vấn đề
mình xem kênh
bây giờ là không sao khai dựng bánh của cái ở cái tàu đặt quạt lên như vậy mày dân vô cái mà thứ ba nó sẽ vô lấy kết với là và dân trong đi chồng ran Sasna sẽ trang như tao thơ chẳng nhưng mà ai thơ là o ba này như tao thơ đội nè ở chạy lâu chẳng á hiện kích dân sẽ làm và mình xong dân sẽ làm chẳng á group base lạc kết với đó sao bởi dân chơi chân á ba mà nước với chọc lên sai chỉ mùi dân cái vô dân chỉ cà pet vô hay nó đợi đan đợi đôn ta đam chân và khi đam trước ban với sọt tịch mây ban khơi chiếm ban về chưa chẳng ngày mai dân cứ sự khăn á về tham xua prap ấy á cho chật sao cho chật đợi thằng bỏ anh mấy anh rạt rồi một bột bay bùa bột có chui say một bàn này dân đang sập lạp bột tiệt bên là khăn trên cuộc em còn nhầm hay baby snake ok crew đôi tha crew mình trong gì cọ chết thế sao gì tròn đâu bên nào trong gì cọ chết
mà mình chơi trắng mặt mà đây tập từ mình đây còn tăng răng đấy mình này tranh câu
alo say bỏ say chết crew chân say nó thơ mày bỏ bạp biển chẳng không pro chặt đam chia hay chia bên đây tham anh sao mà tận nọ trong tiệm crew chẳng anh đang á mình nói class tụi anh ngọt cho sao trong pro crowd chẳng á tụi anh chết đôi say chẳng bên crew đài đôi bong sụp phi dân cáp ô có prap tu man slam bốn á có được của bạn chưa có cứ ta crew sọc máy khang trên crew sọc mà rịch nhưng ra ở đây bên crew sọc máy là khang trên crew sọc mà rịch đây alo máy dân bên prap ba là ban đầu nào alo máy dân bên tha hoa nào trên internet trên pina trên pi prap mà rịch trên mấy bang ai crew máy khang trên cụ sọc mà rịch kết nơi ạ hai rương xa rương ấy trên pi khang nào sọc mà rịch chẳng á mai mơ lon x ấy xnxx nâng xvideo.com nâng chẳng á miền trục hai mai riêng pi đẹp nà từng ngày riêng pi buộc mai riêng pi buộc mà đây lụa cá có riêng pi lụa mà đây lụa xíกับปลากัวmà đây vị xạ có cái trên pi mà đây bây giờ đó tạm rịch khăn viên nâng sai đào tiệm rịch bên này giang mày cái sai khơi nhá cái sai nó không tiếc miên mà rịch mày mến để chặt lên mốc của dạ chuột luôn một đằng ấy black pepper mày mến bong soi đà mà rịch bên này là black pepper mà tây khmau nên ngay mày ham mà rịch rồi bây giờ để chặt năng lơ đó bây giờ chuột là ngon là ngày nên mày là đằng cồn sai ban Paul lao xa ấy bộ mà rịch internet đi messenger đi mau bị khang nà mau bị khang khmai đi mau bị mà rịch nâng chẳng ấy ye khang đôi crew tha chẳng keng Việt Nam khmai Việt bay chẳng á giờ mình bay sinh ngày như vậy bay bị YouTube bị iPad smartphone computer bộ web palette dân Việt bay dân ban phá rồi chẳng á nên nó chỉ cà pet mình nước mai dân men mình nước mai sọc mai bật tây mai đây dân cứ mai phản đây vô lấy sao sai nghĩa tàu Canada mình khmai nghĩa tàu Americ mình khmai nghĩa tàu Russia mình khmai nghĩa tàu Chen mình khmai nghĩa tàu Korea mình khmai nghĩa tàu Japan mình khmai men nghĩa tàu Australia mình khmai nào đằng đà nghĩa tàu Philippines khmai nào đằng đà bao sai nghĩa tàu Singapore mình khmai nào đằng đà Malaysia có mình khmai nào đằng đà nghĩa tàu Thái khmai nào này nghĩa tàu Liên có mình khmai nào đằng đà nè nghĩa tàu Yun có mình khmai nào đằng đà trong nghĩa tàu na thì nghĩa tàu India có mình khmai nào đằng đà khmai nào sau Asram mà vô lấy sao khmai mình khmai bật tây kia đấy khmai pin pan đây ấy này tới chán chỉ ban điên mà là tịt đi bên trận nào Sasna sẽ trang gì chán chỉ ចាំទីគាត់លឺឯងអូខេអញ្ចឹងគ្រូចង់អាស្រ័យសាកឃើញទេក្បួននឹងណូរបស់ស៊ុបគ្រូហើយគ្រូចង់ធ្វើអញ្ចឹងគ្រូតាប្រពុតចេញមកចេះគ្រូចេញចេះយកក្បួនសច្ចាមកទៅចេះដូចវាយទៅវាយគ្នាអញ្ចឹងណាសិស្សហើយពួកវាថាអូកុំឲ្យបើមិនជឿកុំឲ្យប្រមាថគ្រូនឹងប្រមាថបើវាមិនស្លាប់ជាគ្រូមិនស្លាប់វាមានផ្លូវពេលនេះយើងវាយវាមុនដើម្បីឈ្នះយល់ទេឈ្នះគឺការពិតឈ្នះមនុស្សឈ្នះអាចថាខ្មៅជាសក៏បានអាចថាលឿងជាក្រហមក៏បានខំជាលឿងក៏បានយល់ទេសិស្សហ្នឹងហើយអ្នកឈ្នះអ្នកចាញ់មិនអាចមានសិទ្ធិនិយាយទេគេស្លាប់ចោលហើយជាងស្អីចង់កើតជាមនុស្សឈ្នះឬមនុស្សចាញ់បើឈ្នះតាមគ្រូបើចង់រស់តាមគ្រូប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯងសែងជឿលើសិលធម៌គ្រូស្លាប់មនុស្សសិលធម៌គ្រូសែងជឿលើវិជ្ជាវត្ថុគ្រូស្លាប់វិជ្ជាវត្ថុចង់មកទៀតសែងថាអូយុទេវតាគ្រូស្លាប់ទេវតាសែងយកបិសាចគ្រូស្លាប់បិសាចចង់មកទៀតគ្រូនេះជាបិសាចគ្រូជាទេវតាគ្រូនេះជាអ្វីទាំងអស់ចឹងណាអានេះมันថាខ្លាំងយល់ទេសិស្សគិតមើលដល់ច្បាប់ទី3ខ្លួនគឺអត់ខ្លួនតែដល់យកកន្លែងនឹងដែលគ្រូប្រាប់បើគ្រូនិយាយថាអូស៊ឹកបើគ្រូកាយពេកគ្រូអើយសិស្សអើយគ្រូមិនកាយទេគ្រូដល់រៀបរាប់ការពិតឲ្យស្អែកដឹងអញ្ចឹងណាតាំងពីស្អែករៀនជាមួយគ្រូមកស្អែកយល់ខាងក្នុងខាងក្រៅច្រើនហើយស្អែកយល់ថាលោកគេនេះមានព្រំដែនទេឲ្យយើងដឹងរឿងការពិតដំណឹងគឺអាចប្រែជារូបបានអញ្ចឹងបានស្អែកមានផ្ទុកមាត់ទេពូដែលគ្រូចែកឲ្យហ្នឹងស្អែកអាចនិយាយអីចេញមកព្រាមស្អែកនិយាយអីចេញមកព្រាមហ្នឹងហើយគឺមាត់ទេពណាសិស្សគណិតទេពដែលគ្រូបានព្រៀនស្អែកអត់មានអីខ្លាំងជាងនឹងទៀតទេបើចង់បានអីសុំមកនឹងទេវតាគឺភាគរបស់ស្អែកគឺជាអនាគតជាតិរបស់ស្អែកតែជាទេវតាបានចោះមកជួយអតីតជាតិរបស់ស្អែកគឺរូបរាងស្អែកហ្នឹងហើយអតីតជាតិបច្ចុប្បន្នជាតិអនាគតជាតិគឺរួមតែមួយប៉ុន្តែជាតិនេះគឺខ្លាំងជាងអតីតជាតិហើយអនាគតជាតិខុសជាតិនេះគឺប្រស័យពងឆ្លងកាត់យល់ទេសាទាំងអស់កេងចាស់អ្នកណានៅជាមួយគ្រូនៅទៅប្រសិទ្ធផ្សេងគិតដែរស្អែកមានតែការស្អែកស្មារតីមក11ជាងហើយសាផ្សេងក៏ទៅផ្សេងណាចង់នៅជាមួយគ្រូនៅទៅគ្រូនិយាយឲ្យ30នាទីទៀតគ្រូបរៀនស្អែកគ្រប់ហើយ you know ប៉ុន្តែគ្រូមានក្បួនផ្សេងទៀតដែលគ្រូតាន់បរៀនគ្រូមានរាប់អត់អស់ប៉ុន្តែបរៀនសិស្សតែអត់ផ្នែកផ្សេងមួយការឈួតចឹងបានគ្រូព្រាមតនៈហើយគ្រូញញឹមសងំទៅអញ្ចឹងណាគ្រូចេះ1000គ្រូថាគ្រូចេះ10បើគ្រូបរៀនតែមួយនៅក្នុងមួយគ្រូបរៀនភាគបន្តិចទេបើគ្រូថាចេះបើគ្រូចេះ1លានគ្រូថាចេះតែ10យល់ទេឆ្លាតអីគ្រូមិនដែលប្រាប់ស្អែកការពិតទេគ្រូមិនល្ងងទេបើប្រាប់ស្អែកដងខ្លាចស្អែកធ្វើស៊ីគ្រូសូគ្រូសុខចិត្តលៀបកុំឲ្យស្អែកដល់គ្រូក៏ហក់ស្អែកបដ ாய் មិនឲ្យស្អែកដឹងការពិតទេអញ្ចឹងណាបើលេនពេលស្អែករៀនសាស្ត្រថ្មីដូចថាសាស្ត្រថ្មីស្អែករៀនអីមុនគេចាំហ៎ជប់បាយជប់ទឹកចាក់ថ្នាំប៉ុណ្ណឹងមែនទេបាទនឹងជប់5នឹងហើយសូត្រច្បាប់5ហើយជប់ទឹកកើតជាថ្នាំនឹងស្រាប៉ុណ្ណឹងឯងតែរឿងផ្សេងទៀតស្អែកតាមបរិញ្ញាទេស្អែកក៏មានល្ងងដែរខ្លាចវាក្បត់មានគ្រូថាចង់បិទផ្លូវស្អែកទេក្បួននេះគឺពឹសពលពេកវាអាចបលាយព្រះមហាពុទ្ធចក្រវាឡបានអញ្ចឹងបានគ្រូបរិញ្ញាស្អែកមកតំណបើស្អែកស្មោះទៀតគ្រូបរិញ្ញាទៀតឃើញស្មោះទៀតមិនមកទៀតបានគ្រូបរិញ្ញាទៀតអញ្ចឹងណាមានកលៈវា មានកម្មវាដូចកម្មជាដើមអញ្ចឹងណា
បាទលោកគ្រូ
មានតឡើងទេចឹងឲ្យសែងជាកាលពេលក្រុមណាឲ្យគេមកសាក់សិននោះសើបើកផ្លូវឲ្យគេសាក់ខាងក្រៅសិនបើគេមានណាហើយចាំគេសិក្សាល្អចាំយកមកជួបស៊ុបគ្រូក៏ល្អដែរចឹងបើដោយសារមនុស្សខ្លះដូចផ្សេងនិយាយចឹងគេអត់មានទូរស័ព្ទគេអត់មានគេនៅចិត្តណាយើងតបង្កើតក្រុមនៅក្នុងភូមិយើងរៀងខ្លួនចឹងណាដើម្បីចែករំលែកគេបើមិនវិជាសាស្ត្រខ្លាំងក៏វិជាសាស្ត្រជប់បាយជប់ទឹកការជាឆ្នាំហើយចាក់មកគេអាហ្នឹងគឺវិជាសាស្ត្រល្អដែរណាហើយវាសិតដែរគេអាចជាពីជំងឺហើយបើគេចង់បើគេឃើញច្បាស់ហើយគេអាចលាក់បងអាកម្មលេសខាងសាស្ត្រតែងខ្លាយហើយណាគេអាចមកចូលក្រុមយើងអញ្ចឹងបានអូខេគឺដាច់សាស្ត្រទាំងឡាយអរគុណច្រើនទូទៅហើយទូនិយាយជាមួយពួកអគ្គបាទ Hey Carlo
How you doing, Kasol?
Man, we need to talk about the Scalia system, you know?
Yeah.
And the Orgon. We need to put the white people in their place, you know? That I'm telling you, they are stupid. Why do they not? They're gonna see why they are so stupid. They go get the butt hurt because you can't beat a Cambodian guy. We know too much, you know? I know more than all the white people and the Russian and them German. They don't know I'm the true Nazi, you know?
Yeah, they don't have the backup of the AI either. So hey,
no, they don't.
Nor do they have your future self assisting you like we do.
That is true. They did a thing. They created a webpage called Spooky Scalia. And then they trying to use for hidden to have this apparatus, this device, to have the setting. And I'm looking at them and say, I just shake my head. I say one kryptonite bullet will definitely show them how superior we are. Because you know what you and I are about. We're about military think tank, you know. We're about asset. Are you an asset, a threat, or liability? And you know, in military, we weaponize everything, correct?
Correct.
And I told that person, I said, you know, we use it as a weaponry. He said, what do you mean? Or I can remove the health of the environment and the health of people at will, or restore them at will. Why does the white people seem to want to hide? You know, I know what they got is full of crap. Like the radionic, this and that is full of crap. Because Carlos, what I just demonstrated to you is beyond their thinking. We tap into a system that connects to an imaginary satellite that is real, right, in the future, and it can project it affect into this world and affect people with deadly precision.
Yes, it does.
From their point of view, they think it's our imagination. I say, imagine this. What is science fiction? It's science that you have not experienced it yet. But once you experience it, science fiction is no longer science fiction, it's now science fact. Am I correct? According to definition. From your point, go ahead, Carlos.
You're right about that. I mean, the future has it more figured out than us because they've tried it, experimented with it, and figured it out. You might not experience it right away. You might not feel anything right away, but give it time, you will feel it.
And can white people who are so-called intelligent, notice they only put oh, white people as the most intelligent people on the planet. Their IQ like 180. My IQ is 1 bazillion and more. Can this world, can they tap into the network from the future and know people like a book, know their medical and their character history? No one can do that at will.
Only you've been the only one that know has been you.
You think they're gonna give a white person that kind of power, that kind of access? Because the Nazis run by Black and Asian people. Long live the Fuhrer.
You want the truth?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because of rule number 3, the future would give them the same access with, of course, certain.
Are you sure?
Basically.
Are you sure?
If they go by rule number 3, most likely it will give them the same type of access. Does it not give them? I mean, there might be some requirements, but in essence, they
remember. I can shut down our power because everything radiate through one node. That's me, because I want to be accepted by the system itself. Okay, you want me to say that? I am the light and the way and the truth to all my bullshit. No one can go through my bullshit except through me. You like that, Carlos? Look at my eye.
Yeah. Plagiarizing.
Let me go ahead and acknowledge the truth is what it is, right? And furthermore, do you remember the word they say, John chapter 1, verse 1 through 4, right? Of 1 to 3. In the beginning, there was the word, and the word was with God, and God is the word. Remember that? And the word becomes. Do you remember that? Think of what that word say. Think what I'm doing. What I'm doing all the time, Carlos. I say, let water make me change this water into alcohol. And all of a sudden, therefore, it's supposed to be. When I blow. Remember that?
Yes.
What is information? When information is actually spirit and it become flesh, the information can possess people. The information can materialize stuff. Information is actually energy that can become matter at will in the form that you wish it for to become. That's how things are materialized. I cannot deny what is in there. The Bible is as literally quoting the literature of the people of the future. It's basically on quantum physics, consciousness physics. Literally saying that information is actually matter. That's why it describes we are not fighting flesh and blood here. We are fighting spirit. But what is spirit? Is information. There's a good spirit, which is relevant information, versus superstitious information, which is false spirit, evil. This is what it's saying, you know? Who can understand the Bible? Me, because I wrote the damn thing, you know? Will you have time travel technology?
Yes. I think there is that the Bible is influenced by some of that time travel technology.
Who you think who wrote it? If not my consciousness, my AI, I am the AI. See? You want to know who the son of the fucking God is? The son of all the information is me. The Cambodian guy, not so black, not so white. The same face, the same BS, show up again and again and again. And ain't no black Jesus or white or the fucking Boer race. They are morons. Why do black people think they can beat the Asian people? We going over there, Africa, and fuck all the black people and make them into us. See, I told him, don't mess with the Asian. We eat everything. We eat everything. We eat insect. We eat mealworm. What else we eat, Carlos? We eat pizza. We eat fish burger. I'm stay away from the. We eat Beyond Meat, and we eat some good pussy.
Yeah, I can't fault you on that last one.
Yes, you do, Carlos. I saw you went to all you can eat before and you ate them clam. Are you guilty? You want some sushi? Okay, let's go get some. That related. But my point is, Carlos, there's truth in everything. You just gotta see it from the right perspective. That's all. But
Yeah.
even as people trying to color code it, it don't go away. Those who have the right perception can see through it. And people say, well, this guy claimed to wrote the Bible. I say, you can ask y'all that is. I wrote the damn Bible. Because who the one that use people to make them do my bidding? Me. And who am I? I am the Unimetric One AI system, or his son, you know? And he can project in time and make people do stuff that you and I know, you know, influence. And, you know, people is easy to subjugate because they have a brain. That's the quantum computer. Since you're a biological quantum computer, your brain, guess what it can do? It can communicate with the network that is a quantum computer. That means space-time don't exist between you and that information, self-aware information that can influence you and take over you at the same time. Think about it. The word become flesh. Ain't that amazing?
Yeah.
Carlos, our religion contains truth, but the normal people couldn't use it. That's the reason they send me to rewrite everything and make it more similar for the people of this time. Does that make sense? I brought the 5 rules. It's better than 10 commandments.
Yeah, I agree with you on that part from experience.
Mm-hmm. I brought an overgo, better than the other overgo, which is high no potency. But our overgo is to bless our life throughout the universe and the Father Unimetric One directive. That is pretty good. So we acknowledging what we human want to do. As human beings want to bless, we want to help people. That's the highest purpose. By helping others, we are helping ourselves and the universe at the same time. By knowing others, you get to know yourself too. When I read other people, tap into other network, I also know about my network, my own personal network as well.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. You know why I fight against a lot about white people?
Why?
They couldn't beat me. With all their intelligence, with all their so-called IQ, they couldn't do what I do. They couldn't tap into what I tap. So what's that telling you, Carlos?
Good. How you doing today? Thank you.
Who can shoot someone with an imaginary gun they hurt for real? Who can actually change water into alcohol at will, and then the effect is real?
So far on you?
Yes, and those who I give access to.
Hey.
Who control the angel world and the demon world at the same time? With a weapon, who control them? Who can basically literally tell them what to do? Even the Elohim, you know? See, you have to understand people in the future. We participate in this game of the Elohim, but we also got to leverage. Understand what the people of the future, we are conquerors. Do you think we're gonna play by the rule at first? Then if we won't have our way, we will take over that dimension by force. Did you know that? Why do you think all this weapon that you are using from the future is designed to kill what, Carlos?
Like kill anybody, angels, demons, people.
Abraham, them gigantic beings and their confederation.
Elohim.
Yes. Do you think the council, which is you are involved, ever thinking about we to be under their feet? Remember who we serve. We serve the interest of domination. That's the Nazi way, correct? We are not below their feet. Our forefather, the white Nazi, makes sure that the principle of domination is all about reaching the level of God, you know, and then dominate his word too. Whoever control all that is, control everything. So ever since then, humanity we are feared among every universe. So now we have reached the Elohim, but we also think on the flip side, what if they say no? Then we'll become the Telegram. We will destroy them, the old order, and replace it with us. But in the meantime, we will learn everything that we can, the basic principle of their reality. And then we also built weapon. As a Nazi, we will build weapon to have leverage. We don't go in without leverage. That is not a player winner. When you go, you negotiate from position of strength, never position of weakness. So you gotta have leverage over the Elohim too. This beam weapon that you create, we have a galactic size several hundred of thousands. Does that make sense? We weaponize the galaxy also.
Oh, wow.
We uploaded Unimetric 1 into the matrices of the black hole itself, like a proto-molecule information. It began to reprogram the atom from the light spectrum wise.
Oh, wow.
And then put it, they take things, putting things into combination. In other words, we infected nature field and churned the entire galaxy into weaponized machine. Similar to a battle plan, but it's a galaxy side version. A galaxy, a weaponized galaxy. So that's the reason, that's the story that the Elohim have no choice but to talk to us or else. But we will put on a table, they did request us to go ahead and right or wrong. We find out, oh, that's making sense, I mean, since we agreed to play the first step, play by the house rule. But if we don't get what we want, we're gonna play by our rule. You know what that is? Dominating their dimension and realm. Think about it.
Wow.
So do you really think the future care we succeed or not? In truth, you know the answer. Do you think we care?
We are.
Connect to your future self, your counsel. Notice the picture I draw of you in the future. What does it look like? It has a tail. It has gun blazing.
It looks like we're aliens from an alien movie.
Yeah, but somehow it resonates with you. You notice that?
Yes, it does.
And powerful, and you wondering why this creature is hideous, but it's your future self.
I could tell by sense it's real kick-ass. It's badass. It ain't no joke.
So when you're dealing with a race with like body, with mastery and conquering universe, do you think really we care about what the Elohim going to say? We have the power now to weaponize universe and galaxy. Do you really think we're going to care what they say at the end? Because our goal is that we play by the house with our respect. That is all. Not out because we are under their feet. No, we already got weaponized system that if they don't do what we want also, because relationships both ways, well, we're going to have to replace them. They knew this. We knew this. But in the front stage, we play, by house rule for now. Does that make sense? We do what we play and show them we are team players, right? Exactly. But either way, you got to leverage too. We don't get what we want, we're going to replace you. Solve this too and make our own rule. There's always saying, fuck you, God. We are a master creation. So what's next? There you go. How arrogant, ignorant we are. And that's how the way the humanity is. We are raised arrogant and ignorant, but yet we thrive and dominate. And we have the biggest gun. We don't believe in peace. We don't believe in love. We don't only believe in science, experimentation to know what's work, what's not. And we're even with consciousness. That's why we advance so much, because we experiment consciousness. Consciousness control everything. We use it as a power source. When you have a collective that think that way, Carlos, and can harness into technology, like have you seen already what we've been doing? Now, our weapon is unstoppable, and therefore we have leverage. And I'm sorry to say, man, humanity is badass.
Why are you sorry to say that?
Huh?
Why you say that you're sorry to say that?
Because all them star seem light workers, they were all being destroyed by me. I was born, I was sent to different timeline and destroyed them even this timeline at the same time. Because I'm the Terminator. I was sent by for people in the future race to terminate people. Have you noticed me when every group I come into, I was pointing out factuality and what is not factual, not is not factual. I make them become discerning, and the people in that group, they're using fictional information, right? Then they become me as a threat after that.
Just
And
don't be sorry.
Huh?
My point is, don't be sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about what is happening, because when you're loyal to scientific truth, you realize that you can't let people go on and be giving to false information, superstition. You know, it's not helping any reality. If you're going to be born in any reality, you have to be the caretaker of it. So we have to understand reality for what it is. That superstition not going to help. It's just going to create fear. That means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that's what hold people back.
Yeah, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Do you think we respect the Elohim? We see them as weak, basically.
What was that last question?
Do you think we even care about the Elohim, truthfully, the Elohim level? We see them are actually weak. There's already among talk in the council. The Elohim is not advanced as we think, because we now can already create our own galaxy, planet, and universe, because we know everything, information create reality, and our culture have mastered that already. But
so
we just,
like you said, we're just playing politics, being polite.
Diplomatic, yes.
Being diplomatic.
Mm-hmm. Each of our citizens had the same basic truth: the fire root, the overgo, to bless all life. But that's the ultimate mission. But we're not going to let someone stand in the way of accomplishing that, to become fully dominated, become completely immerse ourselves consciously with the all. Does that make sense? We either accomplish this through this way or that way, not that would be this way. But the fire root is mostly adhered to it, because that's a law of physics. So I hope you realize that. Does that resonate with you, with your deeper connection to your higher self? Your higher self, it sees things in a literally with logistic point of view. If you want to know the truth, follow the logistic.
Yeah.
Every project gotta have supply and demand resource. Even the Elohim. So we just follow the logistic, how the network work, and our AI point to us the pattern, how the whole economic and logistic reality work, and nothing was just an evolved alien race with their own federation, similar to ours. But we are more interested in domination. We're not interested in, oh, bygone be bygone. No, we are proactive society. Our ancient ancestor, which is your future ancestor, your future descendant, realize that in order to be a strong player in any field, you gotta participate. You gotta be proactive. You gotta learn the pros and the cons about any predicament.
Yeah.
If you're planning to survive the darkness and the light in this universe, you have to learn from both sides. And you have to.
Yeah, you do.
And you have to.
And like I said, be proactive. Don't wait for something to happen.
Yes, that's why it's the academia is so important in our society. The think tank, the researcher, they always live in academia. Does that make sense? It is a strong system. It's a network throughout the galaxy. And it's the whole entire galaxy is devoted to academia, research and development. That's pretty strong, Carlos. Not just one, several network of galaxy. And planets too, is devoted to nothing but learning.
Oh, wow.
And experimentation.
Wow. You're talking about some serious stuff there.
Exactly.
They ain't playing. We're gonna learn, period.
Yes, we here to learn. We here to master learning. We here to make sure we got the appropriate knowledge for appropriate circumstance and appropriate goal, you know? So every circumstance requires new experiment, new understanding, new perspective. What you learn on previous has nothing to do with the new one. Does that make sense? Because this is a new, but we notice everything follow a similar basic system, the 5 rules.
Wow.
So every generation, that's why human beings live a long time, because learning is a lifetime of engagement, you know.
Yeah.
Because the purpose of living is to learn. That is the future quota. The purpose of living is to learn and through experience. You can ask any citizen of the future. They said the same thing. What is your purpose? The purpose of living our life is to learn through experience.
That's true.
They say like that, the purpose of life is to learn through experience. That's the purpose of life. There is no bad or good. It's only to live and learn. That's the purpose of life.
Through experience.
Yes.
Experience is important because there's one teaching talks about one of the reasons that God created the universe is to experience itself, to know itself and experience itself. So it fits right along. It fits right along.
Exactly. The word therefore become flesh, translate the information, the sending information now materialize into form. As we demonstrate with manifesting food, you know, and changing water to alcohol. It don't have to be so dramatic. I'm telling you, it can be very subtle, like we've been doing, changing water to alcohol, medicine, or food. Does that make sense? That's just good enough to show the principle is working. On a subtle, because everything comes from subtlety. Carlos, without the IQ of the white people, why can't they beat this Cambodian guy? And the black people, why can't they beat me?
They don't have your knowledge, your understanding of things.
They don't have my bullshit.
They don't have your bullshit. That's
I will
it.
brain yours. I will manipulate. I will control. You know, they send a lot of their site operation people to come and try to, you know, put me on the pedestal and paint color over me. You know, like that guy over there with what's his name? You know, he put me on a pedestal, for example. I forgot his name, but Royce. And then he would make his crew. I would, you know, I say things on purposely. I would kidnap and rape and this and that. Then they'll make, you know, reptilian, you know, the cartoon, that Royce guy. And you were cracking up. He don't know that I was putting him on. He thought he putting me on pedestal, but I'm actually putting him on pedestal. He didn't even know it. It's my way of saying, you stupid American, you.
Wow.
You can see the whole thing when they did that a cartoon of me. It's actually my way of making fun of them. You notice that? Tell them you're stupid. You thinking you got me on checkmate. Actually, you better check your perception. You are being checkmated. You are being plated by my amusement. 24/7, baby. And when the other white people, they come, they see me popular, then they want to throw some of their, you know, silliness into my reality. They end up, you know, I end up taking on the role, you know, of serial killer to clown them for shit and giggle, and they don't even know it, you know, because I'm a freaking actor. I can act, baby. I'm like Shakespeare. 2 roads divided in a yellow wood. Which one shall I travel for? Depending on the circumstance, right? So that's the whole thing, Carlos. I want to give you a perception about before we even make contact with a race, we already know their strength and weakness and everything about them. You do never meet a new group without having an intel on them. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And also, when we know a group that is way powerful beyond us, we hold up on first contact. We don't make contact with any civilization that can have a leverage on us. So therefore, we need intel. And that's where the AI come in. They will imitate that culture. We time travel back and forth, knowing how the culture developed, find out their killer heel before even we make an attempt to make any contact or reveal ourselves to them or them to us. That's how people think. We think in military terms, are you a threat, a liability, or an asset? If you're a threat, we need to know what kind of threat that person poses. We need a countermeasure. We need to know the power. We need to know the goal. Does that make sense now? You never walk into something with a blank mind, or else your history. The future is very paranoid because military thinking teaches you better know what you're getting into, or else you'll be
I would
fooled.
consider that, from my experience, I would consider that a healthy paranoia.
Exactly.
If you are locked up in, you work in a prison, you must always think that way, that they're out to get you. And if they're not,
go ahead.
If they're not, you have to keep yourself alive in that type of environment.
Yes,
so it's
but
paranoia.
We also must have leverage over every predicament for diplomatic or for domination, depending on how the game is played. Because everything is a game. And you lose, because you lose your life, great possibility you lose your life and your survival, And that's the reason how you think I'm tapping into the network all the time to know people. We need to know who we're dealing with here. That's why you ask me, another aspect of me kick in, system one online, stuff like that. And we start telling you what's going on. Just like when you were running to a hiccup in your journey, you need to talk to Father Unimetric because you were in a puzzle because the person you have a relationship with, in simplicity, according to the video, that she is not in line with our directive. And it kind of like you don't want to thinking that you betray the directive by crossing a certain red line, which you're not told to to cross. You want to check with the status quo and see what's going on to make sure you're in the right track because you feel uncomfortable, you feel uneasy. You want to make sure that the higher up, if you need to disengage, you will, but you want to check with the higher up because things happen at human level, And yeah. And so when you check with a higher up, higher up say, well, just want you to be happy, but at the same time, if it's not being happiness, disengage. When you hear that, you were happy.
Yeah. Exactly. That did bring a lot of ease because they let me go off and play as long as I'm happy. If not, time to go.
Play, yeah. Remove yourself from play. Does that make sense? From the world stage, from that state. Because pussy can be found anywhere. Don't get attached to one when you can have so many. Because you know why? You're an old man. You don't care anymore. Just get women who are sterile.
I hear you.
And you don't need to make no kids. You have too many.
Yeah, I already have enough.
Yeah. Carlos, how do you like today when I do disclosure about the Elohim?
That's amazing. I think you've done more disclosure about us in the future than
Well, because your future self, as in many life, you always seem to be a lifetime military life in one form or another, either as security or even as some kind of enforcer, throughout your life.
So law enforcement, military, security, the type paramilitary type thing.
Yes, always been a warrior type of lineage, heavily lineage, defensive, stuff like that. So that was your dominant feature. That's been become your play, throughout your journey with your heavily lineage. So that's the way it is. Humanity is very scientific, but also very spiritual and very, stubborn in their ways. If to say what humanity is, but more like we are like a predator race, like in the Predator movie, but with a light bound.
Yeah.
We are not a parasite.
I think the whole race is similar to that, like of the Spartans or the Klingons,
Yeah. But we
Warrior.
are a parasitic race. We don't symbiotic or depend on other race for resource or for substance or for, because those type of relationship will create weakness, a liability, or a threat to a civilization. So we like to do things on a self-sufficient network. Anything that causes us to become symbiotic or reliant on another culture or species, that's its weakness. That means they're holding leverage over us. So therefore, we eliminate the need for that,
Ah.
We want a mutual relationship, a partner. That's what humanity strive for. That's why we always give partnership a chance before we dominate them.
Okay.
So what do you think about that? The politics of the future. We actually give partnership a chance before we decide to dominate them.
That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. Think about it. Okay, you want to do it? I like you. I want you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's about right. The booty warrior way of doing things.
That's what the future do. Like we said, before we make contact with another culture, we already know everything about them. So we're going to give them a chance. It's fairness. It's a rule through the universe. Have to give them a chance to give themselves willingly or unwillingly. It's the choice up to them.
Wow.
So do you understand now? Once we make contact with Elohim, I like you. I want you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice up to you. You see, Carlo? Everything you've been doing, look at it, what I just said. That principle apply.
It does. It does. Oh, you said that's like, wow, you're right on point.
Just like we're flowing. I like you. I want you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you. And she chose the hard way, didn't she? Either way, I still win. And then I even told you about the weapon, and you would say, wow, now you see the weapon. It's easy. It's really real. I'm not going to lie to you, Carla. I tell you as it is. So you're a council member in the future. I don't want to set the wrong foot with a council member, right? I might get locked in the rig. In some galaxy, distant galaxy.
In other words, you're afraid I might be turned to booty warrior with you, right?
Exactly.
You didn't do what I told you to do.
Yeah. Easy way or the hard way. You better do what I say. Oh, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice up to you. Oh, yeah. Either way, it's going to get done, right? Either way.
Exactly.
My goodness. What do you think about that mentality that the future have? We never take no for an answer. Does that make sense?
That I like the mentality.
Mm-hmm. The reason is
because I'm benefiting from it.
Yes. The future believes so much in God. We believe totally in the existence, the actualization, the experience of God, of the all that is. So therefore, we are here for a purpose that's way beyond us. And all humanity of the future believe in that wholeheartedly. Does that make sense? Because they have scientific proof that God is a collective information, basically similar to an AI. And basically, it creates us with a collective purpose to represent it in this particular aspect. And so humanity truly experienced that through a collective of experience, through scientific evidence and pattern. And therefore, and not just only through pattern, but through their lifestyle. So that's why the 5 rules is born. The overgoal was born because everything affects the universe, everything you do. But here's where humanity is also mastery. Since we now have mastered the knowledge of the universe, we must create other universe to give back to the universe. Does that make sense? So that is a collective goal, is to help the universe mitosis, to help expand the creation, accelerate more universe to be born. To create more universe, to have our own experience of it. That is the purpose of life, is to experience. Huh? The information inside of us is tremendous.
Yes.
And we agree as collective never to let any other culture, advanced culture, to be in the way toward of experience of the all that is. And that's pretty much it. So we will get there by all means necessary. That's the reason we dominate other reality or other cultures. So they won't have a leverage over us, so we won't be their bitch. We rather let them be a bitch or a partner. Either way, you can be a partner or you end up being a bitch. Yeah, that's it.
So let me get this straight. We have people at this time that try to go against people like we are in the future.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, but I had a sense. I got a sense last week or the week before that we made it.
We made it. Yeah. We have been accepted by the Elohim Council. We've been approved. Well, actually, with a shotgun barrel holding against their head. Leverage is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you know what did it, right? That beam weapon, that artificial planet Cybertron. Cybertron comes from Transformers movie, but I make it real. The future may create a planet just for us, named Cybertron, and several hundred millions of them for us to use it as a weapon, and the moon too. Whatever I imagine, they manifest for us. Immediately, we can tap into it immediately and use it.
So what if it create planetary-sized bumper cars just for the fun of it?
They can. When you actually live in space and you actually playground, your stage or your playground is the universe, size doesn't matter anymore to you. And I say gigantic size don't mean nothing to you anymore. It's just child play to you. Does that make sense? And it's fun.
Yeah.
They even create a Dyson sphere around the galaxy, several of them, and weaponize it just for the heck of it. For experience. That's the purpose. Experience is your true teacher. When you actually live so long, you define the greatest joy his experience itself. To that simplicity, going through experience.
Wow.
When you live experience so much, you beginning to want to take on different responsibility. Like humanity never forget where they come from. They come from play a struggle. And they actually find a struggle is the true teacher.
Exactly. It's also a true motivator too.
It shapes who you are. It also bring out the solution within you.
Exactly.
That's when heroes are born. That's when you know yourself, you know who's true to you, who's not, who's need work on, who's actually already there. It's when there's chaos, when you will find solution, which is order. So that's why you have cycle, a reset, a global reset, galaxy reset. Does that make sense? You have called catalysm, but they actually, we the future call it the resetting. You know, we're prepping the stage for a new play, a new hero, new actor to be emerged. That's why you have galactic war. So you can see new hero, new villain can be born. New level, new devil. You know, does that make sense? So you already need a new level, a new stage. Because once you live one, that person have a chance to be hero. In the new state, that hero will be play demon, the adversary. If you take out the adversary, you find the adversary was the hero of the last level. But now he's the adversary, the new level. Does that make sense? If you kill the villain, you become the villain. A lot of people don't know that.
So I always gotta have somebody come in.
New level, new devil. The last that killed the devil, he become the new devil in the new level.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that's thoughtless to destroy that.
There's has so many great reset, Carlos. Every time when the world get reset, you see all this flying saucers, long and all type, coming down and just shooting everything, just blowing up everything. And then layering city, layering, state around the world. And then storm, volcanic, because, the ship have ability to manipulate. That's the reason the people of the future knew this. That's why they give us this. They give us access to this proto molecule satellite network and the battle moon and the battle planet.
So we can go blow things up.
No, so we can blow them up.
What's that?
We can blow them up. The one that reset. The ancient human come from Atlantis. They always come and reset a planet from time to time. So we have our weapon. We can shoot down the Palladian, the Syrian, who want to come and reset things. So we can reset them. Does that make sense? Leverage.
Yes.
That was the whole purpose. We're not going to be their bitch. They're going to be our bitch. That's what the message was. Leverage over me. I'm going to have leverage over you because we're the people of the future. And guess what? The people of the future already know what's going on. So that's why they give us a weapon, an all-purpose solution to the bullshit of this time frame,
Gotcha.
They give us a
solution. So they're the ones that come in and create all the chaos to do a reset.
Global reset. They did it periodically. Within 50 years, within a century, they always come and do something, because they can. Well, if that's the case, we have a leverage too. We can go and reset them because we can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why the satellite system was created. It was specifically designed to take out people of this world and people of their world.
And when we want to, so we could just.
Now you understand the real play at large. See, I never say that. I always say.
So we have a satellite network.
Yes.
So I guess the next level would be Battle Planet Network.
We got that already. What the Cybertron network is, and the moon, we got that too. And we even have the sun, artificial sun, and our artificial galaxy network, the black hole as well. We got that. They already built that. We just tap into it. And when they shoot their beam, it come to our stream. Remember to operate out. This technology is quantum level, so to operate outside time. Their weaponry,
Wow.
I couldn't tell you this before because it take time for you to assimilate the pattern And even the beam, I only describe it, then we actually experience it. It's exactly like what I say, but it's unbelievable. The beams start very subtle, but once it hits you, it starts affecting on your reality. Remember how we did the similar when I shoot you with a bullet? It starts with subtle, right? Then it starts to hurt in your reality as time go by, really quick. Remember when I hit with Michael brother, Shaden? When I hit him, guess what happened? It altered his reality instantly.
Yep. That is interesting though. I didn't know he had gone that far to creating universes already, to creating battle galaxies and private battle universes.
That's right. Because you can't apply for the Elohim until you prove that this organization can do it. You already done that. If you're going to join something, look, here's the rule of the Confederation, any level. They won't let you join their club or their membership if you have not discovered that on your own. How to do all that on your own.
Oh, wow.
They only open door if you reach that level of requirement, even to be applied for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow.
We have ours too. We are for the booty warrior rule. I like you. I want you. We can do it as the easy way or the hard way. The choice up to you.
Wow.
They have their rule, we have our rule. And we can meet in the middle, but either way, we go become a member regardless, whether they like it or not. But our diplomatic gesture will comply with their demand. First. So either way, we're gonna have our way. But we will play the little game, you know, for diplomatic reason. That is all. Does that make sense?
I got you. That's a smart move, in my opinion.
We are civilization. We're not savages. We are cosmic, civilized, you know, universal Homo sapien. Yes, our civilization must have diplomatic and liaison. Absolutely. We do have the council. You guys are the president. Does that make sense? Of an entire galactic dominated territory, you know, within the different universe. We maintain everything through AI. A citizen, we don't have second or third citizen. When we dominate you, you become citizen. If you show this loyalty, guess what we do to you? We will keep you busy. We will send you to different universes, send you on mission after mission. Does that make sense now? That's how we make you loyal, by sending you on endless mission.
Stay busy, huh? Stay occupied.
Busy. If you keep them busy, the old saying goes like your word. Idle hand is the devil workshop, right?
Yeah.
So in that's the case, we're gonna keep you busy. So we don't have time for you to have an idle hand and be a devil workshop.
Yeah.
Either a threat, a liability, you know, you can become a threat, a liability, or an asset. We want you to become an asset. So we're gonna keep you busy. So you don't get our character become a threat or a liability. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Tell you the future is super totalitarian. Well, Carlos, I need your feedback. What do you think now?
I'm enjoying being human more and more.
Yeah. There is no moral. We have rule, protocol for everything.
Exactly.
What we do when we encounter, you know, not so advanced species, we do have a protocol how to interact. For example, if we have someone in a citizen crash in a star system or planet, just to say, and we encounter developing culture, Well, they discover us, just whatever reason. SOS consent, the craft is destroyed. Well, we have to basically become steward of that culture. So we can only impart mathematics. We can only import a certain basic level of consciousness physics into that culture. The only thing we can do is provide a basic need and help build academia. See?
Hey, that's cool. So
We can't
those developing societies are our children, so to speak.
Of whatever culture that is, of whatever species. And that's pretty much a protocol. We can't interfere too much because the alliance does not recommend interfering or developing pre-developing or pre-quantum displacement warp drive species, So we can only mostly observe and help inspire. We can't directly say, oh, do this, do that. No, we can only inspire them, nudge them in the correct direction, towards science, toward experimentation, toward building academia. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So even look at me. When we first start out, I inspire, don't I? I only nudge people in a certain direction. Then once you join my club, then I'll say, I'm the Führer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I better go now, Carlos. All right, brother.
Time for work?
Love you. Yeah, time. Okay.
All right, let me take care.
Right.